What is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. So my name is Dave and I make content around running, shoe reviews and my life. Today I've got a shoe that has been quite hard to get a hold of here in Australia with it being sold out everywhere. It's a shoe that I've seen reviewed by lots of runners and it's all been extremely positive reviews. I've got with me here the ASICS Metaspeed Sky Paris. Sorry, let me just quickly close the windows. Small gust of wind and these things are gone. I'd hate to lose these before I can even review them. Okay, enough of jokes. So I've had the pleasure of wearing these on quite a few occasions now, one being a 5-kilometer race, another time being a pretty tough fartlek session, and the third time being a pretty spicy session that I did this morning. So this first impressions review has got some opinions backed up by some pretty quality kilometers, 45 kilometers to be exact. But firstly, just a disclaimer, I paid for these with my own money, and these are my own opinions, not influenced by anybody else, so take what I say with a grain of salt. The best way to find a shoe for you is to go down to your local running store, try a few on, see what works best for your foot, and then happy days. Because what works really good or really bad for my feet might work really good or really bad for your feet, okay? So just go down to your local running shop and try some out and make a better opinion. So this week has put me in a bit of a weird position. I'm sort of in between training blocks with Noosa Marathon finishing 2 weeks ago, and I didn't really fancy going straight back into really hard training the week after. So for the last 2 weeks, I've kind of been running easy and just doing sessions here and there when I felt like it. But after following a 5-kilometer race that I did last weekend, I think I'm ready to get back on the horse. The session that I did this morning was 8 by 1 kilometer reps with 60 seconds recovery in between. Sounds easy, right? Right? Let's see how the workout went and if the Metaspeed Sky Paris held up as good as they look. Good morning everyone. So I'm out here on my warm-up. We got 3K warm-up or about 15-minute warm-up. I got the brand new ASICS Metaspeed Sky Paris on. Feeling good. This is my 3rd time wearing them now. And every time I've worn them for a session. Today is no different. So for today's session, we've got 8 by 1K with 60 seconds standing recovery in between. So with these 1K reps, probably going to be aiming for anywhere between 320 to 325 per K. Yeah, should be a good session. Nice crisp morning here at the Broadwater Parklands. So 320 to 325 per K is just slightly slower than my 5K pace, but just slightly faster than my 10K pace. So just in that kind of awkward, tough middle ground. So by all means, it's probably going to be a pretty tough session. I feel like anything faster than 10K work for upwards of a K sucks. But yeah, we'll soon find out, won't we? Just gonna finish off my warm-up and I'll see you guys before I start my my first K. Firstly, can we just take a second for this scene? Beautiful. All right, so that's our 15-minute warm-up done, just over 3K. So I'm about to get ready for my first 1K efforts. I just downloaded the funniest trap mix that's playing in my ears right now. I'm gonna pause it. And it's just like all old school bangers. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I'm talking drop like an earthquake.
yeah, bit cringe, but I think it's gonna get me through today. But yeah, about to go for our first 1K effort. The shoes are feeling really good. I don't really enjoy running slower in these, to be honest. They feel really good when I'm up on my toes, but when I'm kind of like landing on my midfoot, it just feels a bit narrow and like a bit shit. But that's how super shoes feel, I think, in my opinion. Most super shoes don't feel the best when you're running slower. They're made to run fast, so that makes sense. But yeah, we'll just get one little preview of these bad boys in the light. And yeah, let's get ready to do it. Okay. And also, running with the GoPro, not as easy as it looks. Let's get the music playing. Let's resume to, okay, let's go. $3:19 for the first K. That first one is always the hardest. 60 seconds standing recovery now, and then we're back on. Woo! Look who it is. Let's go. Okay, 4 down. That last split was 2 seconds overpaced, but I think like just seeing Michaela and turning the camera fucked my rhythm, so it was really hard to like get back into pace. Halfway, just trying to recover as best I can now. Two more. Oh, damn, those K reps got tough. I don't know why I had in my head that K reps were gonna be like, I don't know, feel really short and go quick. They felt like a fucking long time. I think it's because I've been doing lots of longer reps, but nothing at that speed. So it fucking set me. Feeling it. That was tough. Metaspeed, Sky Paris. Oh, chef's kiss. Back to you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. Yeah, that looked fun. Yeah, real fun. But let's quickly get into some specs of the shoe. So the Sky Paris has a 5mm drop. It comes in at 180 grams for my 8.5, which by the way is 10 grams lighter than the Alphafly 3 from Nike. Not bad. A Motion Wrap 2.0 upper, which is a lightweight and breathable mesh material. There's a little padding on the collar of the shoe for added comfort over those longer distances. But for the most part, the focus for the upper is just to keep it as light as possible. The key update to the Metaspeed Sky Paris compared to the Metaspeed Sky Plus is the FF Turbo Plus foam in the midsole. This is lighter, faster, and bouncier than the FF Turbo foam used in the Metaspeed Sky Plus and creates a much better and faster ride. So first impressions for these bad boys. It's unbelievably light for what feels like a really cushioned and propulsive shoe. I feel like this shoe is perfect and nimble for shorter events and track sessions, But to be honest, I can't see myself reaching for this shoe for a marathon and maybe even the half marathon distance. But I'm yet to absolutely fall in love with the shoe, so who knows? I was a little worried about the narrow arch digging into my foot, but I was pleasantly surprised when I took these out for my first run that I wasn't feeling it at all. These things, they're made to run fast, so I was feeling it mostly when I was running slower and landing more in my midfoot. But when I picked up the pace and was running more the speed that this shoe was made for, landing on my forefoot, I didn't feel the narrow arch at all and had zero irritation. When I was walking around in these, it really gave me Alphafly vibes with the really narrow arch digging into your foot. But something about the Metaspeed Sky Paris is it was far less aggressive and it was so much softer and less pronounced on my arch. And yeah, like I said before, didn't feel any rubbing or irritation while I was running at those faster paces. All in all, this is a really great shoe, and I think this is perfect for reps, the track, and races probably up to the half marathon distance. It does feel cushioned, but it also does feel pretty close to the ground compared to other super shoes. So I wasn't feeling as protected as I have in other shoes. And after today's session, I was left feeling pretty beat up just because I felt like I was lacking that extra stack height and that extra protection. Although I do think there is something to be said in the fact that I ran a 5K PB in these last weekend at the Speed Week Parkrun event, and you cannot complain about a PB in any regard. If you don't know what Speed Week is, it's a parkrun held at Sandgate by a run club from Brisbane called the Burt Squad, and it attracts the fastest runners from all around town to do the event. It was an incredibly stacked field, so to put into perspective just how stacked it was, I ran 16:24 for the 5K and I came 93rd. Yeah, it was rapid. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this shoe. I think it's fun. I think that it's really good for the shoe market to have such a lightweight option with a bit of a lower stack. And I think most of the other brands are gonna follow suit and try to make their shoes as light as possible, but also still have that kick and still have that poppy, responsive feeling that the Metaspeed Sky Paris just does so bloody well. But I'm gonna need to do a few more Ks in these before I can give you guys a full review and build a full opinion on these. I'll probably hold out till about 150 miles before I give my full inclusive review of the Metaspeed Sky Paris. And I think I'll have a lot more to say with obviously a much better opinion on these by that time. But that's gonna conclude the first impressions review of the Metaspeed Sky Paris. And thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like and remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share it to your running buddies. I think that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.